everybody, Yak and Bailey here, and today I'm going to be showing you how to do the haywire twist with single strand wire leader. Get my camera right here. So it looks something like that. Without any further ado, if my camera would work right, you'll need some wire leader, obviously, single strand. I like the 43 pound. It's pretty good stuff. There's a little small instruction thing here, but I don't like the way that that's tied. That's just me. Come on, camera. Okay, so today I'm gonna be tying on a diamond jig, and we'll be using the Spro swivels. Gosh, we'll be using the Spro swivels, 50-pound test. What I like about these is how small they are. When you're fishing in Florida on the Gulf side, you really need as small swivels you can get. I'll probably end up switching this one out for a Spro swivel. I was fishing in some not so clear water. So yeah, fishing in clear water, you really need everything you can to be as minimal as possible. And that, just to put in size, like, it's pretty small. Like this Spro swivel right there, I mean, it's smaller than your fingernail. And it holds 50 pounds. Never had one break, so I usually get the 50, 60, 80 pounds, somewhere in there. They're all about the same size as well. So I don't know how they do it, but they're doing it right. And I like using them, I really do. I use this one for Spanish, catch the bigger Spanish. A lot of people use gotchas for Spanish, but that usually gets the small ones. This one I've caught Spanish 19 inches plus up to 24, you know, small king size. Big Spanish love these lures, these yozuris. You could take that middle hook out probably if you wanted to. Be a little bit more slimline, sleek. But I feel like it might give a little bit of a rattle to it that adds to the action. So without any further ado, let's get into making this haywire twist. So for starters, you're going to open up your leader bag and get some leader out. Who would have thought? So this is brand new. So this is the best condition it's ever going to be in. If you have any experience with wire leader, you know what I'm talking about. So it's already starting to come apart here. So you're going to want to get about, I usually use about 1.5 to 2 foot. You can use longer if you want to. Kings usually use a little bit longer just because. So, and that looks good. Go ahead and make a cover. So last time we'll be using the pliers for cutting. So we're going to go ahead and start with the jig here. So you're going to run it through and leave close to a finger length. You can leave a finger length. The longer you leave this, the easier it is to make the twist. So what you're going to do now is bend it so it looks like this. And take your tag in and just start slowly wrapping it back up towards the main line. So it should look something like this, kind of like the picture on the back. And then you do that about 3 wraps or so, and then what I'd like to do is grab here. Oh, my finger's all in the way. And start making the wraps tighter. Just a gradual getting tighter. And you can kind of control where the wire goes with your thumb. Getting messed up here. And I like to make about 6 or 7 tight wraps, somewhere in there. Especially when you're going for bigger fish, because I have had haywire twist unravel before. Very few and far between do they unravel, but the more wraps that you have like this, oh come on, focus. The more wraps, the more small wraps you have, the less likely it is to unravel. So now what you're going to want to do when you have it like this, you're ready to cut this. Normally people would take these pliers here and just cut it. But what I like to do is bend it back towards your lure, bend it back towards the main one. Keep bending it back and forth. Shouldn't take but a couple times, and see that it falls right off. And when you do that, it leaves no sharp edge. So you're not going to poke yourself and stab your finger with the wire leader where you cut it. If you cut this wire leader off, even if you get as close as you can, you're going to stab yourself if you do this right here. So it's just something that takes like 3-5 seconds longer and can really stop from having a lot of pain, because I really don't enjoy having a wire leader stuck in my finger. So now we're going to go on to the swivel. It can be a little bit more tricky, especially using the smaller swivels like Spros, but you can use your pliers to your advantage. So what I do here is take my pliers and I'll actually hold the eye of the swivel like this, and then basically repeat the same thing that you just did over there. So you'll start doing some loose wraps, gradually get a little tighter, Alright, so we have this one done. Basically leave your tag end out 90 degrees and then just start bending it back this way. Bend it back towards the swivel. Bend it towards the lure. Bend it towards the swivel. Towards the lure, and it's done. And that leaves you with a smooth edge on the leader, so you won't have to worry about getting poked in the finger when you're trying to unhook a fish, or whenever you go to do a leader grab and you grab a leader like this. Even if it slips out, you don't have to worry about this right here poking your finger, ruining your day. Then it hurts all day. Trust me, I've been there. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. Get you a little better shot of it here. So this is the finished product of the haywire twist. Single strand wire. Where'd you go? Come here. Where you at, bud? There you go. And you can see that end right there where you bend it back and forth to break it off. It's right there on the right hand side of that knot, and it's flush with the knot, so it's definitely worth the extra couple seconds it takes to break that off. Makes for way better day on the water. don't have to worry about getting poked by this wire leader, because if you get poked by this wire leader, and I'll just put my finger on this as hard as I wanted to, it would hurt real bad. Not real bad, but it hurts. So by breaking off the tab end instead of cutting it off, you prevent that. So I hope y'all have enjoyed this little tutorial on how to do a haywire twist. I hope it helps you. You will use this for majority of single strand knots, tying, whatever you call it, twist. And you can see how I kind of gradually went from a loose wrap to a little bit tighter wrap to no space in between the wraps. Got them as tight as I could. There you go. And that is the knot. So please like, subscribe, comment, leave some feedback, or don't. Doesn't really matter to me if you do or don't. So actually kind of does, but so anyway, have a good day.